Welcome back to Creative Ideas Plus AI. I'm Lucky. 2 days ago, Jensen Huang took the stage at GTC 2026 and laid out a vision so massive, it's hard to process. This is the Supersonic Tsunami episode. Let's break it down. Let's start with the numbers that make your head spin. Jensen said NVIDIA expects $1 trillion in purchase orders through 2027. $1 trillion. Computing demand has increased 1 million times in the past few years. This quarter alone, NVIDIA will do $78 billion in revenue. That's 77% year-over-year growth. 11 straight quarters above 55%. The company is now worth $4.5 trillion. These aren't projections from a pitch deck. This is happening right now. Elon Musk called it a supersonic tsunami of converging exponentials, and the numbers back him up. Anthropic went from $1 billion to $19 billion in annualized revenue in 14 months. There is no precedent for that in the history of business software. OpenAI hit $25 billion. The 5 biggest hyperscalers, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Oracle, have committed $690 billion in capex this year alone. Global AI spending is forecast to hit $2.5 trillion in 2026. And here's what really matters. AI isn't competing with IT budgets anymore. It's competing with labor budgets. Companies aren't buying AI to replace servers. They're buying AI to augment and replace human work. But here's where it got really interesting. About 2 hours into his keynote, Jensen turned to OpenClaw, and he didn't just mention it. He dedicated a massive chunk of the presentation to it. He called it the most popular open-source project in the history of humanity. Let that sink in. He compared OpenClaw to Linux, to HTTP, to Kubernetes, the foundational infrastructure that entire industries build on. His exact words: every company in the world today needs to have an OpenClaw strategy. To back that up, NVIDIA launched NemoClaw, an enterprise-grade stack built on top of OpenClaw. It adds security, privacy routing, policy enforcement, network guardrails, one command to pull it down and stand up an AI agent. And here's the kicker. It's hardware agnostic. It doesn't even need NVIDIA GPUs. That's how serious they are about making this a universal platform. Jensen's prediction: every SaaS company will become an agent-as-a-service company. Every engineer will have an annual token budget using AI to amplify their capabilities. This isn't theoretical. Claude Code, Anthropic's coding agent, already has $2.5 billion in run rate revenue. It doubled since January. The shift is from training to inference. 86% of AI compute spend is now on inference, generating tokens, not training models. Jensen put it simply: the token is the new unit of economic output. Data centers aren't storing data anymore. They're manufacturing intelligence. On the hardware side, Vera Rubin delivers 10 times the performance per watt compared to the current Blackwell generation. NVIDIA's Groq acquisition, that $20 billion deal from December, produced the Groq 3 LPU, which boosts tokens per watt by another 35 times. The Kyber architecture packs 144 GPUs into a single rack. And looking further out, the Feynman generation, and I kid you not, Space One, a plan to put AI data centers in orbit. Jensen doesn't think small. Here's the bottom line. We are watching the largest infrastructure build-out in the history of technology. $3 to $4 trillion by the end of the decade. And it's not hype. The revenue is real, the hardware is shipping, and the open-source ecosystem, led by OpenClaw, is making it accessible to everyone. Jensen closed with this: the future is here. Why don't you come see it for yourself? I'm Lucky. This has been Creative Ideas Plus AI. See you next time.